a child of 10, 12 years. Now what is the reason? That person must have been becoming angry on every issue. See, friends. And then we feel regrets afterwards. Regrets never help. Now why this happens? Because we have never attempted any moment to keep our mouth shut. About everything we have to give our opinion. About everything we have to decide who is an Indian, who is expert in somebody else's job, not his own job. See? If I am a patient, I am a good doctor. So we go to the doctor and say, Doctor Sahab, jara antibiotic laga do. Now what for you called him then? See? Therefore, yesterday we have seen the disciplining of the body will help us in conservation of the energy, and that conserved energy has to be applied in a creative manner, and that is the last topic we'll study tomorrow. So first of all, we must know how to conserve the energy. See? So our energy is wasted through the body because of the alasya nidra pramad, and our energy is wasted unnecessarily through the chatterbox that we are. Ram, Ram, Ram. See? Therefore, in Panchadashi Kar writes, there are these two aspects of our personality. One is knowledge aspect and second is the action aspect. Action aspect is attainment of self-control at the level of the body, at the level of the speech, at the level of the mind. This is called as tapasya. And when anybody does any tapasya, then the dormant potentialities become surface, called as the siddhis. See? I'll give some more data to work upon. It's very important, friends. See, I have not forgotten, there is a traffic jam. So, it is something like this. If I have to speak, I will start thinking and talking. Or I talk without thinking. When we talk without thinking, it is default setup. Because we have developed the habit. See? So let us understand the whole understanding about the speech. Our speech exists at 4 levels. The grossest expression of the speech is what I am talking to you, technically called as parashruti gochara. The other person can hear what I am talking. It's called as Vaikhari Vani. And in this Vaikhari Vani, the word and the object, they are separate from each other. Book is a word, and what is in my hand is the object. So that experience where the word and the object, they are separate from each other, it is called as Vaikhari Vani. We are all the time living only in the Vaikhari Vani, meaning disintegrated, separated from the words and the object. Now, we become subtler. We go little more within. That stage is called as Madhyama Vani. And in that Madhyama Vani, the object and the word indicating the object, both of them are only thoughts. See? Like we are sitting here and imagining, घर में खाने के लिए क्या बनाया होगा? I hope They don't give us the same dhokla which was prepared in the morning. See? So the object and the word, both of them are made of only thoughts. This is called as the Madhyama Vani. This is subtler than the Vaikhari Vani. Then the third stage is the Pashyanti Vani, the speech at the Pashyanti level, where the object and the word indicating the object, they are not yet separated. That stage is called as the Pashyanti Vani. All the saints and sages live at the level of the Pashyanti Vani. Now see, this tripod which is in front of me, if I pull one leg, other two legs will automatically come, is it not? They are joined together. If we are living at the Pashyanti Vani level, whatever thought will come our mind, it will happen. This is called as Sankalpa Siddhi. Now see how it is, how simple it is. If we are all the time living at the Vaikhari Vani, we are very grossest in our existence. When we are living at the Madhyama Vani, we are little evolved. And when we are living at the level of the Pashyanti Vani, our thoughts and the objects, they are not yet separated. And we have a freedom to think and it happens. See? Therefore, when we go away from us, going away from us is what? Going away from us is where the word and the object are separated. Coming nearer is the word and object, both of them are made up of the same stuff called as the thought. And still nearer is when the object and the thought, they are not yet separated, they are still one. Like you have a hard horse gram, and then you put it in the waters, it is swollen, it is not yet differentiated, but it is ready to sprout in the same manner. Pashyanti Vani is that position in our personality, wherein our all potentialities are ready to burst forth. See? And it is for this purpose, it is necessary that we practice the tapasya. And those who are practicing tapasya, they invoke different siddhis. And what are these siddhis? Siddhis are, you are operating from nearest to the absolute reality. See? And therefore, this siddhi or the ability or the efficiency increase is possible for every one of us if we practice the tapasya at the level of the speech. At the level of the body, we have seen that our body should be fit and healthy for undertaking whatever is to be done. Laziness, oversleep and pramad never disturb our performance in life. See? Now for that, the second step is at the level of the speech. When we come at the level of the speech, then what happens is not observing mauna by keeping the mouth shut and keeping the pen and the paper together with us all the time. You want to call somebody, talk something, but now today is my mauna, what to do? So you keep a bell that, yes, Babyji, get me a cup of tea. So what we have done? Transferred the additional duty to the hand because the mouth is on leave. And then get a cup of tea. He comes and goes away. Again, कितने बार बताया चीनी और चाहिए. These are all the cartoons. But to begin with, we begin with as a cartoon only. When you start doing the drawing, You want to prepare a picture of a horse and donkey comes out, is it not? This is how it happens initially. Yes, it is good. Keep your mouth shut. Is important. Then our earlier habits die. About everything we have to opine. See, many places you must have seen, newspaper is read by every useless person. Those who have got something to achieve in life, they don't read newspapers. So we read all newspapers. And after that, we discuss the same issue. And what comes out of it? Nothing. But our steam goes out. And we unnecessarily argue. इन्होंने ऐसा करना चाहिए, वैसा करना चाहिए. You take a cup of tea and keep your mouth shut. See, friends, it is not necessary that we have to opine on every issue. It is not necessary that we have to discuss the issues where there is controversy. In somebody's house I went long time back, and the mother-in-law, very old, must be about 95 or so fair and bright, her eyes shining with light as if. The daughter-in-law, then her son and children, and such a joyful disposition. So I asked that person, I said, hey, what is the secret of your family? He said, my mother, that means that old lady, she has told us one thing since we were children, and we all follow that. And the rule is, when we are on the dining table, we do not discuss any topic of any kind. No discussion on the dining table. See how simple it is. Otherwise, we get involved into such a bad mood and out of nothing. Therefore, thus, discipline at the level of the speech, although begins with talking minimum, but the real one, Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells, Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyaya bhyasanam chaivam vangmayam tapauchyate. First and the most important thing, Anudvegakaram vakyam. We must talk soft and sweet. You must have come across, there are many people, they don't talk. Then they bark. क्या चाहिए? किस लिए आया हो? कब आया सा? भाव 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 भाव. Anudvegakaram vakyam. And if you have to talk with respect to anybody, the simplest technique I tell you, try this technique. This has helped me a lot. And the technique is, always address everybody in a respectful manner. See? Suppose when you talk to somebody, address him or her, Mahatma ji, kaise ho? Mahatma ji, आइए बैठिए. The moment you address somebody respectfully, the following word cannot be a bad word. You cannot. Can you talk to somebody, Mahatma ji, ऐसी लगाऊंगा कि नहीं? You cannot talk like that. देखो. So, Anudvegakaram vakyam, we have to begin how we address. Yesterday I told you, how you dress and how you address tells the quality of your life. It is necessary. Both are important. Mahatma Gandhi and Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore in Shanti Niketan. Mahatma Gandhi was there and Rabindranath Tagore was also there. So they thought, go for a walk in the evening. So, for Mahatma Gandhi to get ready, he is ever ready. कोई मेकअप की जरूरत नहीं, कुछ बाल बनाने की जरूरत नहीं, कपड़े ठीक करने की जरूरत नहीं. He is ever ready, isn't he? So, he said, okay, let's go. And Rabindranath Tagore said, give me 5-10 minutes. So he went, he had nice, lustrous, beautiful hair, nice beard, proper clothes, and he dressed beautifully and came after 10 minutes. Mahatma Gandhi was laughing. Why you are wasting your time in all these things? He said, Mahatma, listen. When I walk on the road, people look at me and they feel good. See? Should we present ourselves in the world in such a manner? पता नहीं कहाँ से सब सुबह सुबह दर्शन हो गए, जरा ठीक से रहो ना. Think. We have to present ourselves to the world in such a manner that we are the best creation of His. We have no business to present ourselves in a most shabby manner, no. See? So that is the discipline at the level of the body. See, you try this, friends. Every time, even before going to sleep, do this experiment. Before going to sleep, don't put on the used clothes. Take fresh from your wardrobe, nicely clean, ironed, fresh clothes. Before going to sleep, put them on and then go to sleep. See the mood of your mind. Similarly, morning when you get up after you have finished your everything, bath and all that, don't use the same clothes twice. According to scriptures, any cloth which touches to your body is outdated. It should not be used second time. Immediately your mind's mode changes. It happens. See. So when we are thus aware, anudvegakaram vakyam, when our mind is tuned to address somebody in a respectful manner, we cannot talk bad. Anudvegakaram vakyam. See? Then, second is satyam. Satyam means what? Satyam means, in Mahabharata, a beautiful verse comes where it is said, all the satya is not satya and all the asatya is not asatya. Then satyam priya hitakaram chayata. Truth we should talk. But before we talk, we should know, is it necessary to talk? See? Suppose somebody is coming to you and he is absolutely bald, worse than me. He is a Mahatma Gandhi brand, let us say this way. Now when he is coming, we address him, Are Ganja, kaise ho? Now we are talking the truth. But is it necessary? See? If somebody is lame, Are Langduddin, aja. There is no need. Therefore, satyam means what? Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam. Through our speech, our divinity should surface. That is the meaning. Then what is the surfacing of the divinity? That our presence, our words carry the dignity of the divinity, and the dignity of the divinity is pure love through words. I'll give an example about what is the meaning of the word love and how and what it means. Many years before, I was coming from US probably to India. And those days 9/11 had not happened. So many people could come to the airport, right? Even my bag, they used to bring and put it on the, place near my seat. No problem. So those days I am telling. So when I was leaving for India, about 30, 40, 50 people came to leave me. And there was one lady, she had a little, challenged child. So this lady, when I was just leaving, getting into the, gate, she just hugged me and started crying. And Swami, come quickly, don't go for too long, like that. So her, that spastic child said, Mom, this damn man is going, why you cried? Who cares for him? And the mother could not do anything to the child like that. Everything was over, I went and sat inside. I normally take the seat near the window so that nobody disturbs. And I hardly go out once I am inside. So I sat there. Next to me there was elderly British couple. So the flight took up And then the lady was sitting in the center, the man was sitting there, and I was near the window. That lady asked me, "Hey man, what do you do? So many people came to see you off." So I said, "I love." The moment I said, "I love," she started crying. How can you love so casually? You told you love. See, friends, when the love is without a bargain, in that love you rise. When the love is a bargain, in that love you fall. Normally, people fall in love. They don't rise in love. See? And this love is communicated through the words if they are not associated with any selfish tinge. And even a child can understand this. Whether somebody is talking with pure love or somebody is talking expecting something in return. See? One of my friend, she came from US and her daughter, 7 years or 5 years rather, 2 daughters she has got. One is 7 years, other is 5 years. So she said, we are going to meet Swamiji. Now those 2 girls know Swamiji means only me. Because whenever I go to USA, I visit them. And they are all over me, playing like that. So she went to meet some other Swamiji. And then she told, "Now do namaskar to Swamiji." "Hey, he is not our Swamiji. I don't like him." On his face. See? "I will go to our Swamiji." So the mother told me, "Swamiji, why these girls are talking like this?" I said, don't blame them. The children are more authentic than we, the elderly ones. They have nothing to hide. They are pure, crystal clear. See, friends. Therefore, anudvegakaram vakyam satyam. Satyam means don't talk truth. Satya means what? Satya means let the truth express through you. And what is the truth? Satyam jnanam anantam brahma yo veda nihitam guhayam parame vyoman soshnute sarvan kamansah brahmana vipaschiteti. This absolute divinity, when it expresses through us, it has 3 expressions. We live, we allow others to live. See? We don't deceive anybody, we don't get deceived by anybody. And we are happy and we don't make anybody miserable. As much we hurt somebody through words, we can never hurt by any other way. Physical hurt will leave a scar which may be healed. But the abuse by the wrong uses of the words, it will never, never be forgiven. I know one lady, now she is a very big lady. She told me about her daughter-in-law. She is very good looking, although she is now almost 80, good looking. Her son, a Punjabi lady, also very good looking, handsome and all that. Now he has fallen in love with some girl, and that girl is, see, when you fall in love, you are blind, isn't it? So he has fallen, so he is blind. Now this mother of this boy said only one sentence: "I don't mind you getting into love marriage, but at least search someone beautiful. Where is she in front of you?" Only one sentence. Whole life. That is the only thing that the daughter-in-law has to say. "I am not beautiful like you." Anything you say, this is the reply. "I am not beautiful like you." See? Now that mother-in-law says, "I don't know why did I say like that. I am sorry." It cannot be repaired. See, friends, we have to spare words. We have to use them judiciously. Therefore, Satyam means rather than talking that he is good, he is bad, rather than talk in such a manner that we are able to help the person come out of the negativities. Which drunkard doesn't know he is a drunkard? Everybody knows. See, a person who is angry brand, he knows he is angry brand. Why we have to tell him, तुम बहुत गुस्सा करते हो? He knows it. He already is a victim of his own anger. We don't have to tell him. See, friends, if somebody is miserable, we don't have to go and tell him, you are miserable. He knows it. See, I'll give one example about it. One of my friend, both of them are no more now, husband and wife. The wife was around 75 and he was about 78. They were from Himachal Pradesh, living in Delhi. I used to call them as Mama and Papa. So, she died. Somebody has to die early. She died. And I was little away from Delhi. So I got a message. So I told him, Papa, this time I can't come, but I'll come as soon as possible. And thereafter, I went after about 10, 12 days. In that, all the rites were over. And after I went there, we talk about government, how the people are bad and how we are good. This is such a theme. You don't require preparation. The people are bad and you are good. You can start it any time. I do it always. So after all that was over, then I had a cup of tea and everything. I said, okay, Papa, now I have to go another blood sessions. So when I was going, he got up and he hugged me and he said, you are a real Swami. I said, what happened? He said, you are the only one who came to talk to me after my wife's death, but did not mention even once that she died. Because I knew she died. Why you have to tell me? And I am miserable. Yes, I am miserable. Now what should be our approach? If somebody is miserable, should we take out that person out of the misery or make him more miserable? He said, but all the people who had come, they will keep on talking, oh, she was so good, and this thing, that thing, and you are alone, and unless I cry, they don't feel good. So when I start crying, now we have done our job. What is the job? Make a miserable person more miserable. Etat krutkruteshya bharata atik ho gaya. See? I said, look here, Papa, I did not talk on that issue because I didn't know whether you are miserable or not. Because when the wife dies, it is not necessary that the husband is miserable. He is happy. He gave me one. He said, you are now also nasty. See, life is to be lived in such a manner that our words are able to enlighten the life of even a dead one. That is the speech tapasya. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam. Therefore, priya, it should be priya, it should be sweet. See? So, satyam priya hitam chayata. And then hitam, it should be in the interest of the person to whom we are talking. This is another very important principle. Why we are not accepted in our company, in our family, in our institution by the other people is this factor. There are three types of people. One type of people are third class. Who are those third class people? In our grammar, there are three persons. I talk to you, so I is first person. Talk to you, you are second person. Talk to him, he is a third person. Is it not? First person, second person, third person. So third class people are those who are always talking about the third person. जो नहीं है उसकी बुराई करो. See? This is the third class people. And the first class fools Who are those? They are talking all the time about themselves. I am like that. I have done. Then I bank. See? There is no end to their talking about themselves. I have done this thing. I have collected these funds. I have made this thing. Arey Baba, I. They are first class fools. Now the third category, they are the real genius ones. Who are those? When you talk to somebody, give importance and value to that buddy. Never talk about the third person. Never talk about yourself. Give importance and value to that person. See? The moment anybody gets importance and value, he is definitely feeling good. See? We are all seeking. We are beggars. You must have seen in your houses, when the children are there, small child, only one child, suppose. Now that child is constantly seeking attention. So when some guest comes, the child will come there, and then you talk to the child, and then the child will start showing what he does, what he doesn't do, etc. If you don't give importance, then you start creating problem. The idea is to attract attention. Even the dog, if you have got in your house, if you enter the house, if you don't say hello to that doggy, he will start making noise. In the same manner, everybody in this world is seeking attention. See, once I was invited in some Marwadi house for food. You know, Marwadi houses are so good. You know, their ladies never work before marriage, after marriage, and every time. It is the gents who cook, and therefore they have got the Maharaj for making food in the house. And that way also, the good cooks are always gents, not the ladies. So what they do, the food is cooked by the Maharaj, and the lady will come and serve, and then you say, oh, the dal is very good. She will not say it is cooked by the Maharaj. Take the free credit. Chalu. So once I went to somebody's house, and 10, 20 of them sitting together, one question, second question. Those days I was new in my profession. Now I am seasoned. So now I directly go to the kitchen. I don't go anywhere. No drawing room, no tilak, no ahar, no nothing. Directly kaam ki baat karo. So I used to go and sit there like a sharif person. And then Maharaj ji kaise hai, kya hai, all nonsense was going on. Then question answers. One question, second question, third question, fourth question. Finally, I gave ultimatum. If you don't have to give food, don't give. I am going out. एक रोटी देते हो कितना बुलवाते हो? So, no, Swami, you don't get angry. Only last question. I said, okay, last means last. Okay. The question was, Swamiji, when we are with Mahatmas like you, why we feel like sitting more and more with you and listening to you? What is the reason? What is the reason? I said, okay, I'll tell you the reason. Reason is, when Mahatmas talk, they don't talk about themselves. Second thing, when Mahatmas listen, they listen sincerely to whatever you talk. Do you get a sincere listener? See, one husband talks to another husband about his problem. Do you think the other husband is listening? He is wanting to talk his problem. तुम चुप बैठो, मेरी बीबी इससे भी घटिया है. See, friends, if one mother is talking, glorifying her son, the other mother is not ready to listen about that. She will like to talk about her son. See, I said because Mahatmas don't talk about themselves. Then they are listening to us all sincerely. Therefore, and the last and the most important thing, Mahatmas only tell us, you are Sakshat, Satchidananda, Parabrahma, Paramatma. We start thinking, अपने को आज तक किसी ने कहा ही नहीं. Everybody calls me fool. My wife calls me dumb. And here is at least one altar who has recognized my divinity. And therefore we like Mahatma. See, friends. Therefore, that speech which will help the other person come out of his negativities, condemning anybody, is dependent on which side of the table you are sitting. See, if you are sitting in the place of a candidate being interviewed, you are the fool of the highest order. And if you are sitting in place of a person taking the interview, you are the wise of the highest order. See? Therefore, what is important is Anudvegakaram Vakyam Satyam Priya Hitam Chayat. Our interaction with the world should be such that they are benefited, not we are benefited. See, friends. Now, this one very important point, please note yourself. If I have to do anything in this world, example, suppose I have to run a hospital, or I had to run a school, or I had to run an ashram. Now, nobody in the whole world demands that I should start a school. It is my khujli aron, I start a school. The world doesn't want. I only want to start. And when I want to start a school, but I don't have money, then what will I do? Anybody coming and talking to me, I will encash that interaction in such a manner that my project is supported, is it not? See? And if I have nothing to achieve in this world, only time pass, then whosoever will come and talk to me, I'll be talking for the welfare of that person, is it not? See, friends. Therefore, we can do good to the world if we have stopped doing good to the world. You don't have to do good to the world. The world is beautiful. See, friends. And then what happens? When I know that this is a milking cow, then give more of grass. Then, aiye, beti. Why? Milking cow. See, friends. Therefore, Anudvegakaram Vakyam Satyam Priya Hitam Chayata. Now, to attain this quality of our speech in a constructive manner, so that we are able to grow as an individual and we are able to help others grow, that is called as a real management skill. See, friends, if we are able to find out what is the dormant potentiality in our subordinate, rather